Assalamu alaikum. Today we will talk about smog. 1952, London had to face the worst smog in history. It was called the Great Smog of London. It was so severe that cattle in the fields they died of suffocation. So toxic that there was an emergency, and the government had to take the action, and they had to figure out what were the root causes of that deadly smog. It was found out that people were burning coal in their houses to keep their houses warm. London had to face this severe incident of smog in December 1952, and many people, about 12,000 people, were dead. It was a chaotic situation. It was a spell of 5 days, and when the weather changed, then the clean air started to come in the London, and there was also a political change. The Clean Air Act was passed, which emphasized on the ban of coal-driven power plants. So what was the cause of London smog? There were diesel-powered public transportation, coal power plants to generate electricity. And when the Clean Air Act was passed, it was emphasized that there should be change in the society. Emphasized that smokeless fuel should be used. So, British government made sure that there are smokeless zones in London to manage the great. Similarly, in 1966, New York had to face an environmental disaster that was a severe case of smog. Had to face that deadly, deadly poisonous smog in 1966. It was on Thanksgiving holidays. So what was the reason behind that deadly lethal smog? It was again the combination of factory emissions, coal-powered plants for electricity generation, and the low-quality fuels. So, what is meant by low-quality fuels? Actually, well, it has been found out that air pollution has different components. Air pollution has particulate matter, sulfur compounds, it has nitrogen compounds, and it has ozone that is present on the surface of the earth. Ozone gas is present in the ozone layer. It is very beneficial for the earth, but if it is present at the ground level, it becomes toxic, very poisonous. Smog always occur in winter season. Developed nations, they have fought that environmental disaster with strong implementation of laws. So if there are laws, it has to be made sure that they are implemented as well. For past few years, Pakistan's most populous city, Lahore, has been ranked number one when it comes to air pollution. And there are solutions that are adopted by government, that we should uh, like artificial rains. Artificial rains are just a temporary solution, they are not the permanent solution. We know the root cause of the smog, and the root cause of the smog in Lahore and then Punjab areas is because of the stubble burning. So what happens when the farmers they harvest the crops and there is the crop residue? So what do? They put fire on the crop residue. So it is actually time saving and energy saving. It is actually detrimental for our air. The air of Lahore is unbreathable, and now other areas of Punjab are also affected. Schools are closed, and people are asked to stay indoors. So what is happening right now? In summers there are heat waves. Again, we are supposed to stay indoors, and in winter season we are facing smog. So there is just there are no more outdoor activities for Pakistanis. So this is actually very problematic, and it is very stressful for the entire nation to just stay indoors all the time. What measures should be adopted by Pakistani government and the local population? First of all, as the local citizen, we must, if we are supposed to go outside our home, we must wear N95 masks. And it is advisable that we should, if we have to keep our doors and windows locked 24 hours a day, there's going to be the ventilation problem. So what should we do? We must have indoor plants in our houses. NASA has approved certain plants, and those plants are actually very helpful in cleaning the indoor air, and they can minimize indoor air pollution. I have also made a video on those indoor plants. So government, other than that, the government must make sure that if the policies are made, if the law has been passed should be implemented. So the farmers, if they are burning those crop residue and they are fined, and even after those fines, they are still burning. So instead of burning, they should use choppers, and those paddy choppers are very helpful. And when and that the crop residue, it can be mixed with the soil. It can become a valuable fertilizer. It can fertilize the land for the next crop. So our farmers, they need to be educated, and our reliance on fossil fuels must be reduced. We need to change our whole system. We must start using electric cars, and electric cars must be affordable for the local population. And if we want to make a big change, the main power grid of the city, it should not rely on fossil fuels. It should rely on solar energy or wind power to generate the electricity. Our factories, they also need to switch to solar power or wind power. So this is how we can make a change. And we need to impose, we just not supposed to make a law, we need to implement that law. We also need to ban fireworks and firecrackers, especially on 14th August when we celebrate Independence Day, and there is lots of fireworks. And on weddings, we just enjoy, and we love the display of fireworks. But actually, those fireworks are also they are also major contributor of air pollution. Other than that, there has to be a proper waste management in Pakistan. This is a national issue, not just a local issue. The one city problem. It is actually the national problem that we need a better waste management system. And we should not burn waste, because we burn the waste, that is also a big contributor of air pollution. We go for the quick solution like artificial rain. It is going to be a temporary relief. And let me tell you one more thing, that if we are making an artificial rain, and there are already pollutants in the air, when they mix with the rainwater, they are going to form acid rain. And acid rain, when it falls on the soil, when it falls on the crops, it is also detrimental for the plants that we're going to eat. And when we eat those toxic polluted wrapped plants, they are also very, very harmful for our health. So this is a pollution cycle. If the rainwater, it falls on the lakes, it's going to pollute the lakes. When it falls on the soil, it's going to pollute the soil. So first we need to work on the root cause of the air pollution. So thank you very much, and please share my video so that people can get more aware that how we can combat with the air pollution. Thank you very much.